What's going on? We are live. We are live. I am Remy, Troy Ale, Red River Raw. What's going on, y'all? Camo Joe, brother, good to see you, man. Y'all, we got some good stuff to talk about today. I said I was going to set this up sort of like a Q&A. A few of the guys that I had lined up for the night had to work and other things popped up. So y'all got me for right now. So y'all want to toss me some questions? I'm gonna talk about my weekend this past weekend. I had old skunk riding in my boat all the way home. Some say it may not have been a skunk, but it was a crappie skunk. I did not catch not a one crappie, not a one. Can y'all hear me pretty good? Everything good and clear? Paul catches them all. Well, let me go ahead and get started on the story of my weekend. Uh, as you know, in most areas of Texas, it was very windy this past weekend, and on top of that, I fished on one of the most difficult lakes in the Houston area, which is Lake Houston. Uh, but with that being said, my past several trips have been on Lake Houston, and I know you guys see that the lake got some good fish in it. You do have to work to get them. But at the same time, it's a tough lake to fish. Uh, However, when you add 20, 25, 30 mile an hour wind to the situation, it really gets tough because it takes a lot of the areas that I had been getting bit in. It killed them. I couldn't go in those areas because of the wind. And when I tell you, I'm willing to bet I tied on 50 jigs, but not necessarily tied them on because, as you know, mostly I'm using plastics now. But I'm willing to bet that I tried 50 different jigs, and yeah, that wind, ooh man, it was bad this weekend. But all excuses aside, let me tell you, I still had a great time out there, and it it it, it put me in check. It put me in check. I guarantee you that. AFW, what's going on, buddy? But what ended up happening is I think I was using a pink and pearl or pink and blue. I think I went through a lineup with the pink head. And I had a brown and orange plastic laying down there, and somehow I ended up putting that jig on that pink head. First drop, I mean, the jig didn't go down 2 feet under the surface and got a hit. I was like, man, you got to be kidding me. But it turned out being a little yellow bass. I had a big old smile on my face still with just that little yellow bass. And I was like, man, pink, brown, and orange. Who would have ever thought someone would hit a jig like that? I mean, it was plumb craziness. So a couple more drops. I think the second pile after that, I caught a channel cat. And I was like, you know what? I backtracked. I only had two banks that I could fish with the wind the way it was. So I backtracked and went to all those other piles and tried dropping that pink, brown, and orange. And when I tell you, it was right at useless me even being on the lake. Now I packed my stuff up and burned rubber. But I still had a great time out there. And it was a challenging day, I must say. Uh, but I still had a smile on my face because it's like the last time I had a skunk was at a very terrible time, but it was probably 7 years ago, and it was during a Lake Houston tournament. And I fished very hard, and on that tournament, bluegill LBG won that tournament, and but it was a tough bite for everybody. But it's like I say over Lake Houston, that joker there will get you if you ain't careful. It's a very tough lake, but it's what done trained me to do certain things the way I do it. I mean, I know it makes a big difference in water clarity versus the color jig you're using and all of that. So it's a fun lake to fish because you have to put the work in. Palmetto Cats, what's going on, brother? Good seeing you. Yeah, that full moon's there too, Joe. Yeah, I mean, it was a beautiful moon, but it did something to those fish to where they didn't want. I mean, they didn't want to feed during the daytime, from what I seen. I did not have a good time out. I mean, it was still fun, but I did not have a good time out there. Chat Job, good to hear that they made it, buddy. We're gonna do some more giveaways tonight. So hang in there. We'll get those going here in a little bit. Try to see if we can get some questions in here, questions that can help some people out. A lot of people showing up now. I really do appreciate it, guys. If you would, you're going to get some information that's going to help you put some fish in your boat. But if you would, click that thumbs up. If you would, I'd really appreciate it. Bull Shoals. Wow. I've heard of that. Not sure where it is, but I've heard of it. What's a skunk? Okay. Keep fishing. Yeah, no doubt. It's good seeing everybody showing support, spreading that love. Yes, sir. Guys, I really do appreciate it. No crappie in the slips. I think I know who this is. I'm willing to bet I know who this is. They're going to be there soon. If they're not already there, it won't be long. It will not be long. Super Dave, what's up, buddy? I really do appreciate your support. You've always been there for me, and I really do appreciate it. A lot of new names. Donald Smith, appreciate it. And this guy, this is another Mike Bryant. Man, I really do appreciate you. We're going to have to hook up. We get this COVID stuff, and you get your shoulder taken care of. We're going to have to put a trip together. Without a doubt. Man, I wish I had time to tie the sail. I wish I had time. How you like that pink back there? That's the old famous Pepto-Bismol. Pepto-Bismol. Well, that's an excellent question, Kyle. And I fit it all into a 3 to 5 minute time limit. And I'll tell you this: if you don't put together a plan on how long you want to fish a pile, it'll be that afternoon, and you're like, man, what happened? So over the years, I've just made it a point that it's like I said, I use my that Olympus Tough camera, and I run it on loop mode, and it gives me an audible alarm at 3 minutes. So I'm trying to beat that little beep going off. So I'll have 4 or 5 poles usually. Sometimes 3, sometimes 4 poles, and each rod has a different size, color, color pattern jig on it, and it is really quick, a lot quicker doing that. You just drop a rod, pick up another one, so I can run through 4 or 5 different jig colors, pretty quick, and it's helped me out a lot. And though not only color, but changing sizes make a big difference too. And at one time, a couple months ago, I'd have to drop that 1.3 Tad fry down there. I'd catch a couple fish. Then I go to a 2-inch, drop it down there, catch a couple fish. And after those couple fish, I couldn't get another bite until I dropped a different size. It could be the same color jig, but as long as it was a different size. And I think what it was a good concentration of fish there. But each of most of those fish wanted something a little different. So those sizes, having those different sizes, make a big difference also. Excellent question, though. Hope that helps. Yes, very muddy. Yeah, I fished the south end, and let me tell you, it was. I pulled up. I got a report that the water had sort of cleared up, But when I pulled up to that ramp, I was like, ooh, it's going to be a tough day. I didn't think it was going to be as tough, but yes, it was very tough. 4 hours south of me. Where are you finding the crappie right now? I didn't find any crappie this weekend, if you really want to know. But I'll say this: these fish are in transition. I had fished a different lake a few weeks ago and got on some black crappie that were coming out of the water coloring up. And once they hit the live well, they put their suits all the way on. You know, when that start happening, it won't be too much longer before those fish will be in the shallows. But this past weekend, I fished from 6 feet of water. I started in 25 where I'd been catching the fish at, and the wind blew me out of there pretty much. And I fished, 18, 15, 12, 10, all the way up to 6 foot, and just couldn't find a bite. So it was really, really tough. Uncle Bill, crappie attitude. What's going on, buddy? See if we got any other questions in here. I see a lot of guys shouting out. Appreciate it. Branson, Missouri. Cool. What surface temp do crappie start to move back to the sloughs from winter temps? You know, that's a tough question because during this time of year, we have fronts that blow through sometimes every other day. Every 2 or 3 days we got a front coming through and it's constantly changing the temperatures. But what I look at is a constant increase in temperature, not necessarily a certain temperature, but what I look for is say for instance, every week you want to be able to average that temp out and it goes up each week. Once you start seeing that, you can get ready because it won't be long after that. A lot of the little plants. I mean, if you look at the ground when you walk out, a lot of the little plants right now are already starting to sprout. So that's telling me that it's getting really, really close. But it's like I said a few weeks ago, I caught some black crappie that I was pulling out of the water that were coloring up. So it's not going to be long before they're going to be hitting the shallows. Thanks, Dave. Too cool fishing. Yes, sir. But I've been on that board a long time. Good to see you here. I appreciate it. South Carolina. Oh, okay. Okay. Mike. Glad you got them, Thurston. I'm glad they made it. That's awesome. Hopefully they'll work as good for you as they do for me. What's up, D? This is a guy that fishes the lakes down here too. You can hit him up. Probably get in contact with him a lot faster on Facebook. Just look him up as Limits Tackle on there. He still hadn't got that web page going yet. He's a good ways on it. But it won't be in working order for a little while yet. He's still got quite a bit to go on it from what I've heard. I've been talking about you all day. Yeah, probably talking about that skunk. And there was a lot of people surprised to see me post that skunk. And I tell you, I posted it on, I bet 7 or 8 different fishing websites. And I accept it. It happens. That's part of crappie fishing. Crappie, those fish, once they start making those changes, if you don't figure them out, especially if you got 25, 30 mile an hour wind limiting you to where you can fish at, that makes it really tough. That makes it really tough. Okay, okay. Seen pics. Yeah, I've heard of a bite in the in some slips getting good. So it won't be long. Sunfish Assassin, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, hey, I tell you what, I've been fishing that jig for quite a few years now, and a lot of people don't think pink work. I mean, it's a few different shades of pink that I got going on right there. But let me tell you, them Crappie love that thing. They love it a lot. Yep, Limits Tackle on Facebook. Yep. I think he's gonna chime in here after a while. He was still working on some orders that he had to get out. I do not sell at this time. I just don't have the time. I work out of town, so I drive up Sunday night, a 4-hour trip, and then drive back home Thursdays or Fridays. And it depending on how the traffic is that trip, it's 4 to 5 hours every week. So I'm just strapped for time. And then with this COVID stuff going on, I'm putting in 12 to 14 hours a day at work. So, and that's why I hadn't posted any videos too, because I just don't have the time. I mean, it's crazy. Mr. Yardley Kennedy, hey buddy, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming through. Tennessee River, man, I can't wait till I can travel, go to all these different lakes, fish all these great spots. I just cannot wait. It is definitely coming. Different colors on different rods, exactly. Now I'll say this: if I find that they're thumping a certain color really good, and I can go through different sizes to entice different fish to bite, I will have 2 or 3 rods with possibly a tad fry. That's a 1.3 inch, really small bait, and I can go up to a 3 inch in the same color. And a lot of times that's what it takes to get more than one or 2 fish off of a pile. What do you do? You know what? I got a playlist to where as I went step by step on a lake I had never ever fished. And I'll tell you this: whether you go on a website or you use your fish finder, pull up a map of the lake that you're gonna fish. Look for underwater points. See where if it possibly has a creek, the underwater creek channel that runs through it. Pay attention to those contours, because crappie love drop offs. Uh, it's that's what's made me so I'm not gonna say so successful, but as successful as I am. It's because I pay real close attention to those tight contour lines, and it also helps you determine the depth that those fish will be holding. And once you determine the depth, you can dial. If you're using a Lake Master map card, you can dial that card in to as it will show you every area of that lake with that depth. And if you have brush piles marked in several areas, you know which ones you need to go and fish once you find that depth. I hope that answered your question. That's a lengthy. Hey man, we could talk all night, and I'll still have some more to talk about how to break a new lake down. But I did do a playlist. I think it's titled "How to Break a New Lake Down," and I think it's 4 vids. Very first time to that lake, very first trip to that lake. And it took me a while to figure those fish out, but I caught a limit on that lake the very first time I went to it. And it was a new lake, a lake that I had not been on. But yeah, check that playlist out if you want to get a little more detail on how to break a lake down. Oh man, okay. You got that spot lock hooked up, man. I'm gonna tell you that's a big help. That spot lock helps. But you got to enjoy those slow bite days just as much as you do those limit days. Let me tell you, you gotta. And this is a favorite saying. Those of you that follow me on some of these fishing boards is enjoy the hunt or stay home. That's my motto. It's been my motto for forever. You go out here. You're not gonna sit there and wait on these fish. You gotta get out there and hunt them down. You gotta get out there and hunt these fish down. Ooh, excuse me. I need me a drink of water, y'all. Give me a second. Spot lock, that's a game changer. Big time. All right, let's see if we got any other questions in here. Two creek inlets. I'm gonna tell you that if it has a underwater creek that runs through the lake, no structure at all. Oh, no shore structure. Wow, man, what's the depth range of that lake? That's a tough question because it's hard to say that a lake has no structure, especially if it has creeks that flow into it, because everywhere floods, and as we know, these banks do erode. So it's hard for me to believe. Wow. Y'all got to excuse me. I need some help on here. Somebody that can talk for me. Getting a dry throat. But I'm a I prefer fishing very small structure, and in a lot of the videos, there's especially some that I show that I'm only on a stick and can catch some very good fish off of it. So just because that lake may not have standing timber or stuff that you can see, I'm gonna tell you to put that work in. Use your electronics and even small structure. Find that small structure. It will hold fish. Does this lake have crappie in it? Do you know that it has crappie in it? That's another question that would probably help me out with you. Without a fish finder, it's going to take a. Hey, I tell you what, fan casting, even you can do it with a slip cart. Will find you some fish. What's the? Do you know what the depth range is on that lake you're fishing? Sunfish. JLD, buddy, thanks for coming through. You know, there's a couple times that I'll fish a bridge. One is to take my take my lunch break out of the heat of the summer, or if it's raining. But I rarely fish any kind of structure that you can see. So it's not often that I fish bridges. Not often. Do crappie like cold water? You better believe it. Crappie love cold water. And there's been several trips where the surface temp is 40 degrees on my fish finder, and I'm catching these fish in 8 to 10 feet of water. And when I set that hook on them, they fighting like they in love with it. So I do believe crappie love cold water. Mr. MC, hey man, thanks for coming through. Without a doubt, Mike, not a lot of quality, but not a lot of quantity, but the quality is excellent. I seen those fish you caught; they were very nice. Hey, we got somebody that stepped in. Let me see if I can get Steve with Limits Tackle added in here, y'all. What's going on, Steve?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Oh, not too bad. Trying to answer some questions I got going on right here. Maybe you can help me. I was getting choked up a while ago. Yeah, I was getting choked up pretty bad. How was your day today?
It was good, good. I just got done finishing an order.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So what you got planned for the weekend?
It's gonna be a surprise, and you're involved. But let everyone know we're gonna do a giveaway Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What we're gonna do, me and SK is going to do a little exploring out of state. What we're going to do is big fish of the day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And there's going to be a prize each day. And then there's going to be a
Awesome.
grand prize. We're going to release where we are. And one person in that area is going to get a couple hundred baits from Limits
Wow.
Tackle, a hat,
Awesome.
and some other stuff. So one person from that location. And that's to be determined when we'll post that on probably Saturday.
Awesome. Uncle Bill, yeah, I do fish. It right now. It's been, several months. There was a time we was fishing every other day after work. Me and old Ketchin would get together and go somewhere. But here lately, with these long hours, and then the time change also, so it's been a minute. Never caught crappie this year in deep water up the river. There are times you can get them shallow. I guarantee you that. Bluegill's a master at catching these fish shallow. Chickamauga. How you pronounce that, Steve? Is that a lake?
I don't know.
Chickamauga? I've never heard of that one.
Yeah.
Madison, Mississippi. See it.
Oh, yeah. That's where we want to go. Mississippi. Them big
Oh,
old
yeah,
slabs
with
over
a doubt.
there.
Yeah, without a doubt. All right, hit Conroe on Friday night, keepers. The wind was up a bit. Wow, just a bit. Was slow but hard when they hit. Awesome. 13 to 26 feet of water. Oh, they stayed about 10 foot down. That's what's up right there. When you can find a pattern, man, it makes it so much easier to get on these fish. But you got to catch some fish to find that pattern. Killeen, Texas. I'll be Romeo or Romero. That's cool, man. I've been through Killeen several times.
Yep, Fort Hood.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
It's gonna be starting pretty quick, Tony. It's I say a month out, but it's like I say, you can always go up there and find some males early and possibly some females early at times too.
Yeah, they're in the creeks in Dallas Fort Worth.
Yeah, some fish. Give me some depth information on the lake you're fishing. A full hour longer of daylight. It's coming. Yes, sir. It's coming. Yeah. Hey, these plants, they tell you a lot. They tell you a lot. Yeah, I'm getting way behind on these questions.
I need to figure out how to do that green screen like you got, SK.
You like that, huh?
Yeah.
That's the old Pepto Bismol back there.
That's pretty good.
Thanks. I appreciate it. It's not too hard. Just got to have the right lighting. Yeah. That Pepto looking good behind you. Thanks. Hey, it's an excellent jig. I guarantee you that.
Hey, Major, how's it going, man?
I may have to do that in a giveaway coming up. Yeah, hey, I got something just as good tonight. I have not fished in Alabama. I've never actually fished out of Texas, but we're gonna change that this weekend. I can't tell you where we're going, but I get to fish outside of Texas for my first time this weekend.
Come on, 3-pounder.
Yes, sir. They start biting great when the dogwoods bloom.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Pink is awesome. I agree. That's a tough question, although some schools are starting to move back into spawning sloughs. My area surface 48. Majority seem to move back into shallow water. Okay. Awesome. Hey, it's like I say, man, you find a pattern, man. It makes it so much easier. Better start play. I'll tell you what, Steve. What's your thinking on that? What's your thinking on that?
I'm more of a plastic guy. I like plastic, but I've been over the last year with Live Scope. I think the hair jigs are just taking off, and I don't know if it's confidence. I think a lot of it's confidence. A lot of people, these little tiny 1/32 hair jigs. 5 years ago, people weren't really using them a lot. But you see these guys winning tournaments, all these big fish off of and the more people are using them,
Right.
so it has a place for each own. I
Mm-hmm.
prefer plastic. It's just, and you have microplastics now. A lot of ice jigs, and
Mm-hmm.
my little Tad Fry 1.3 inch. I got a 1 inch that I've
That's
caught
what
big fish on.
I'm pulling it out of the bag right now.
Yep.
That little bitty thing right
Yep.
there is barely longer than my thumbnail. I mean, it's barely longer than my fingernail right there. I'm planning on putting some of these to work real soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But my
I
my the way I usually do it is if I'm going to the same lake, what worked my last trip out, I usually get to fish at least one day a weekend. So it works sometimes, not all the time. Towards that jig that worked your last trip, that'd be the first one that I dropped. But as everybody know, man, I go through some jig colors. Reggie Brown,
how many people we got on live right now?
86 right now.
Oh man, it's a good turnout. Appreciate the
Yeah,
support,
this
guys.
lake, just getting this thing started. Hey, I think it's pretty good. Awesome, awesome. Glad to help.
Yep, that's the feedback we like. You know what I mean?
Exactly, without
Yep.
a doubt.
I got a message a little while ago, and the guy said, "Man, since I've been using your baits, man, you made crappie fishing fun again." And I just love hearing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, without a doubt. I have not been in the river. Uh, it's been a long time since I've even been up north. But these fish. What I've seen is pick certain areas, and they do a cycle probably every 3 or 4 years. And I think I know that deep channel in that river. If you're talking about Lake Houston, I had some guys that questioned me about that too. We've had a couple of floods since I did that video up there when I was spider rigging,
So there's motion
and
at
that
my dog.
that 30-foot water, and it's changed it some. So it's just using your electronics, moving around, finding where the majority of the fish are showing, and putting some work in to figure them out. Thanks for joining us, Robert. How did your fishing trip go this weekend? PFG, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, that's way too much work for me. I mean, I'm telling you, I've been having to put it in here lately. You ever fishing around North Louisiana? I have not. I plan on doing that as soon as I can get some of this work out of my way.
Hey, I got a question. At PFG Outdoors, are they out of Grenada?
Uh, I'm not sure. PFG, where are you from, man? If you don't mind listing it. He just got live scope and did a video of his first trip out. He caught some
Okay,
crappie.
cool, cool.
Yeah. Yep. We're in Texas. We're in Texas. Brush piles, boat docks, good places to start. I think he was saying that he did not have a structure on that lake. I think Echo's going to put out some of those. Oh, school. Hey, Steve, there go that school bus again.
Yeah, we're working
We go.
on it.
Yeah, we just hadn't had
The
time to do it.
the hand ties he's talking about, or the plastics?
Probably the plastics. Thurston, which one are you talking about? The hand tie or the plastic?
The hand tie was a chartreuse head, black body, chartreuse tail, and then the school bus was a black body with a yellow,
Yeah.
not chartreuse. It was a yellow tail.
Right. Yeah.
Sounds like we need to pour some up for a giveaway this weekend.
Yeah. In a new lake, how do I without a fish finder? Uh, Sunfish Assassin, tell me the depth and does this lake you're fishing, does it have visible structure? Does it have boat docks, boat slips? Give me a little info on what you're working with. What's your thought on that, Steve?
Yeah, boat docks, visible timber. You know what I mean? Um, And it depends what time of the year. Is it during a spawn? Is it summer, winter?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need
But
a little
now,
bit more info.
yeah,
Go ahead.
nowadays you need at least some electronics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to be accurate and not waste time. But boat docks, a lot of them year round, they do good.
Mm-hmm. Without a doubt, I totally agree. I totally agree. Yeah, without a doubt. See, that's what I was saying a while ago about this weekend. I think those fish are just in transition down here. Uh, but also, when I put my boat in, the wind was blowing 15, 20 mile an hour, and I'll tell you this: that boat slapping above a little old stump down there, which is mostly what I fish. You can't make too much racket because you won't catch any fish. So I always sort of look for flat water. It helps me catch fish a lot. All right. How can you locate fish in a lake? You have a lot of now that right there. I'm gonna tell you now. I'm gonna be casting or using a cork. I do have a lake that I've been trying to figure the crappie out. I've only caught. I'll tell you what. Let me change what I said. On this lake, it's the same lake that I was catching those shell cracker out of, and they got some good black crappie and some white crappie. It has a majority black crappie. And years ago, when my boys fished with me a lot, we would go and cast for them and catch them really good. But now the grass and hydrilla and the milfoil, all that stuff is so bad in that lake that it's made it almost impossible to cast. But I did catch one. Uh, I was just flipping into a open pocket in between some that grass. So that may be another technique. Just fish the pockets. It just depends on how bad the grass is. Right now, those fish in that lake are protected because nobody's catching them, with the grass being as bad as it is. Just really depends on how bad your grass is. You ever fish any lakes with grass, Steve?
Yeah, Lake Tawakoni in the spring. A lot of them will spawn up in that grass. Lake Fork
Mm-hmm.
and Birch. Um,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of coves in there, a lot of grass. There's a lot of grass, and then there's some sandy bottom, and then crappie will spawn in there. One of the first places. Just pitching a cork. That's what
Yeah.
I'll do. Is I'll just go along the bank, pitching that cork, and as soon as I locate them, it's on. You
Mm-hmm.
find the location. But you might pitch 100 times, and all of a sudden, you'll find them, and there'll be a lot of them there.
Yeah.
Or a lot of
Sunfish.
times, you'll see that grass moving, and you know
Right.
this the crappie are in there.
Mm-hmm. Sunfish assassin, man. Let me tell you, in a lake that's from 2 to 80 feet deep, man, it's gonna be a lot. You can't say it don't have structure because those drop offs are structure. Uh, and I'm not. I think you told me you did not have a fish finder. Uh, Fan casting is a great way to find fish, or possibly just long lining. I'm not sure what type of boat you have. I think you say you were bank fishing. One or the other. My memory's not good. I put in 13 hours a day, so I'm about whipped out. But either way, fan casting, if you have a boat, long lining, that would be a way to find where those crappie are. If you don't want to invest in a fish finder, or if you don't have a boat, I understand that, but fan casting is a great way. Any of the bank fishing videos that I do, uh, I talk about fan casting a lot, so I know it helps big time.
Yeah, sunfish assassin. Hey, if you want to message me and tell me what lake, we can look on Navionics. You know what I mean, together and give you some good places to start. So
Mm-hmm.
most of the lakes now have Navionics has the contours and everything on them.
Walking on water, brother. I'm really glad to see you over here. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. What other questions we got? Let me see if I can get caught up. I'm way behind.
Hey, I
Fishing
got
with
some.
Fredo. Go
I'm
ahead,
gonna
Steve.
show. I'm gonna show some chenille I just got in while you can review
Cool.
your questions. I'll give
Okay.
you a little time. Yeah, I got a bunch of cards. I usually do chenille, the skeins, but I got a bunch of colors of cards, and I'm gonna do 250 a card. Um, these are some of the ones I got. White, and I think it's about 15 yards. I think Bass Pro you pay $5-6 for it. 250 a card. I got white. I got purple. I got red. I got pink. I got orange. I got gray. I got green. And I got blue. 250 a card. If you want it, message me. I'll ship them same day. I could probably do up to probably a dozen cards for $4. So great deals. Thread $1.50, 210 denier. Um, so whatever you guys want, man. I'm here for you guys. Let me know what you guys do. Jig heads, I do these kits now. They're selling real good. 25 jig heads, $30 ship, and we're gonna do them in 1/64ths, 1/32, 1/16, 1/8, and we're gonna come up with a quarter. And then we're gonna go at 5/16. SK likes them, so we're gonna
Yeah.
do 5/16 kits, um, and they're real good. So there you go, SK.
Awesome. Does the spawn revolve around water temp or moon or a combination of both? I think it revolves around both plus some. The biggest thing I think is a steady rising and the length of the day steady getting longer and a steady rising temp. There's just several factors, and then they're in one day, out the next, in this area one day, in that area the next. I mean, the spawn during this time, I just tell everybody, hey man, go when you can and check those areas because I think, in my opinion, I think they spawn a lot earlier than what most people think. What's your take on that, Steve?
My take is I start searching maybe a 53-degree water temperature. My big thing is night temperature. If it stays steady for about a week in a row,
Mm-hmm.
then I think it's a lot better because sometimes you'll have a nice day temperature and the night temperature is in the 40s. It's going to cool that water off. So the big key is night temperature, at least a week with some good weather, and then it's going to be on. So it has to maintain that rise in water temperature. And I'll be on the lake in the morning and I'll know what temperature it is, but I'm thinking it's going to be the 48 degrees, maybe even 49. We had a little warm weather,
Mm-hmm.
so we're almost there. I'd say 3 weeks. You'll see some Dallas Fort Worth lakes starting. Maybe 3 weeks. I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's getting really close. I think it's getting really close. Which jig are you talking about, Chat Jock? I'm not real sure what the ultra woolly booger you're talking about. What size? I'll just say this: I use several different sizes of Chanel. There's a couple of jigs I use that ultra fine on, but not many of those. I usually try to stick with that number two. What size you usually get, Steve? The
Yeah,
number
number
two?
two, medium.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll use a larger on the bigger jigs. Sometimes I'll do a half-ounce jig head for some guys,
Mm-hmm.
3/8, and I'll use a large. But medium serves it right. It's pretty good for everything. The ones I just showed, that's a ultra chenille, and that's a medium.
Okay.
So, and I just like using it. It's real thick. If it takes a couple more wraps, it's no big deal.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Chris, you open the jump on here? Asleep at the reel? You still in here? Well, I guess we'll do a giveaway real quick. Actually, I'm gonna probably do two of them back to back. Let me see if I can get caught up on these. Got some of those. See last summer. Do you have a website? No, no website yet. You got to hit him
No,
up on
not yet.
Facebook right now.
Yeah, hit me up on Facebook or text me. My number's on my Facebook, or send me a message on Facebook. No problem, Red River, man. Enjoy the jigs, man. A lot of guys, last week's giveaway, I mailed them out all the next day. A lot of guys messaged me today, yesterday, saying they got them, so they're going to put them to test this weekend. So we love giving back. You know, you guys support me. I love giving back to you guys. Um, I even say, hey, if you want to try some baits out, send me a message and I'll send you a free pack. You know, I can't do it for everybody, but I'll select so many a week, you know.
Cole.
Yep, micro tadpoles. Yeah, just send me a message, bud. Doing good, Tony.
Yeah, let's get caught up on these. We're gonna go ahead and see if there are any other questions. If not, we'll just go ahead and jump into the giveaway. How do you buy your hackle feathers? Saltwater hackle. I noticed that some packages have really short V's, sharp tips, and others. You know, I need to in that jig time video that I did where I showed how I cut my hackle. Once I get to a certain part of that tail, that hackle tail, I won't use it for V's. But I do use the rest of that feather on usually smaller jigs. And I was supposed to have did another video to show how I do that. The first chance I get on having some time, I will definitely get that video put together, because that's what I'm using is the top part, the wide section of that hackle tail on those other tails. But the other ones I use the tip and V's. And those jig time videos have been hot. I've had a lot of interest in those videos. Lots of interest. It was hard for me to figure out how to order. Please
Yeah,
help.
just send me a message and I'll talk you through it. Okay, Romero. Yeah, just message me. Um, I'm behind a few orders, but I just finished one just a little while ago. I'm going to do a couple tomorrow, and then it should be pretty good.
Just search Limits Tackle or Steve on Facebook. Exactly. Send them a
Yep.
message.
Yep. Thanks,
Raymond
man.
Cooley. Raymond Cooley. Yep, I was waiting for that answer on the plastic school bus. You know, Steve, let's talk a little bit about. I mean, this jig is going to take some time to make. You actually have to, from what the way I see it, you have to make a full jig and basically cut it up to make this jig, right?
Right, right. And I'm going to
So
do it in a stinger, this
right.
2.4-inch stinger.
Uh-huh.
I could do it in a 1.75, but I think that jig's so small, it's not going to give it the full effect. So I'm gonna test it with a 2.4-inch, and I know it could be done. I've done it before. I just
Yeah.
have the time. It takes probably 4 times longer than pouring the other jig. So time's not on my side right now. So
Right. You know what? Let me see if I can find some. If I don't have any questions, we're gonna do this giveaway right now because we're coming up on an hour. And do we have any other questions? I don't see any. Sea pollen, hood of my truck. Time to hit spawn. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, those plants tell you a lot. How do you this new doing? Good. New live, bro. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you.
South Carolina, some big old slabs over there.
Yep. Camo Joe. Man, this dude right here. I can't miss this dude nowhere on YouTube. And I know I visit a lot of people's pages, and I see Camo Joe everywhere. Don't do Facebook. Okay. You want to put your number out, Steve, or
Yeah. What I'll do is I could probably have them. Yeah, just shoot me a text 972-217-5444. Unless you want to put it on your the rotating thing on the bottom, SK.
oh, okay, yeah, I don't have it. I have to program that.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
nine
or he
seven
can send
two.
me. He can. What happened? You there, Steve? I think we lost Steve, y'all. So let me go ahead and get it. Let me jump on down here. Caught fish. My hand tie. Hey, still having a lot of guys ask about how to catch crappie without uh without electronics. And the thing is, it's gonna take some work doing that. And fan casting, possibly fan casting with a slip carp, and changing your depths, and working that jig slow, because sometimes those fish can be concentrated in a very small area. So it will take you some work. It may even take you 2 or 3 trips to a lake before you figure out how to get on them. So staying at it though. If you really love these, get out there and catch these fish, go ahead and stick with it. Put your few trips in, and just know you're gonna have to, go through some trips without putting fish in hand. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, there's been a lot of interest in those hand tied or jig tying videos. Determine which color, plastic or hand tie, pull, boat ramp. Same question for you, Steve. Cool, and that's a good question. Uh, my thing is, I there's 3 things you can do, in my opinion. One is match the watercolor, and sometimes it worked great. 2, go totally opposite of watercolor, or mix the both of them, and that's what I call a high contrast jig. Uh, and that's the way I look at it. Go natural, bright, or high contrast, or low. You can do low contrast and matching the watercolor, sort of, and that natural. They run side by side, but that has definitely helped me. What's your thinking, Steve?
Basically, when I go to a lake, I usually have 3 rods rigged up. I always have a blackened chartreuse. My last 5 trips, that thing's been on fire. Hand tie, chartreuse head, black body, chartreuse tail. Then I'll have a natural, either a platinum or a gray ghost, and then I'll have a white and chartreuse or orange and chartreuse. And usually one of them colors is going to be good for the day. Sometimes later in the day they'll slow down. Might put a bluegrass on there, but there's about 5 colors, and that's all you really need. Um, a lot of guys have. I've seen tackle boxes, and I've done the same thing with 1,000 different colors, and my 5 go-tos usually get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Confidence, and don't give up on a color. A lot of times every fish isn't going to bite, so just confidence is number one. But black and chartreuse, that's a killer on a lot
Without a
of
doubt.
lakes.
Yep. Yep. Hey guys. All right. What I'm gonna do is, last week we sort of ended abruptly somehow. So I had that killer right there on the table for a giveaway. So we have 89 people in here right now. I'm going to write a number down, and don't post numbers until I say go. And I'm gonna try to type in stop when it's over with, and I'll pick either the closest to, but under, if don't nobody get the exact. So, Steve, can you see the comments?
Let me see.
If you can, it'll all be on me. I'm fine with that, but
Yeah, I
I
can
just
see
want
them,
you can see them.
but I'm not
Well,
going to
you,
know
you
what.
yeah, you won't know the number, so it's still all on me. Okay,
Yeah,
all right. Let me see if I can do this without
we have to give the
actually
numbers prior next time.
uh Leslie Thomas won on a giveaway we did. And I went back through. I usually always go back through and look at the comments and make sure that we handle the giveaways right, because I want to be
Right.
fair.
Right.
But he won one. We all overlooked it.
Oh,
And
okay.
I contacted him. I hadn't given we hadn't hooked up yet, but I'm gonna give him
Right.
this since he won. I'll give him a couple packs of baits.
You know what I'm gonna do is, hey Leslie, contact me and I'm gonna hook you up. It'll go in the
Awesome,
mail
awesome.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Just message me at Limits Tackle, Leslie, and I'll hook you up. I'll pack it up tonight and ship it tonight within the hour
man,
of
you're
us
gonna be
getting off.
set.
Yep.
You're gonna
I'm
be
gonna hook,
set.
and I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna put in there, but you're gonna get hooked up.
Awesome,
Yep.
awesome.
So
All
I'll
right,
take care of
guys.
that, SK.
Okay. Well, I see him every now and then around the lake too, so I'll hook him up on some baits too. So
Okay. Or I can just give them to you and you give them to him next time.
that's fine. Either way,
Yeah, that'll
either way.
work.
Okay. All right, guys. Go ahead and start entering your numbers. I'm gonna see if I can't keep up with this thing. And we have 89 people, so 1 to 89. You go ahead and start putting your numbers in. Oh, I don't see one yet. Oh, okay. Let me go ahead and type stop in here right now. We got an exact. We got an exact. Let me make sure his was the first one because it's like those numbers build up and then they ship out really quick. Man, it was something that was really close. All right. Here's my number. Let me go ahead and show you my number. That's 50. And the very first 50 that I see is right here. There's two pretty close, but this is the one that popped up first. And let me see if I can get this little banner put back up here to give you my email. SK's Crappie Catching Adventures. Yes, it's a very long email, but it works. Larry McBride, congratulations. You are the winner.
All right. Congrats,
Cool.
Larry.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, so the next one is going to be a combo pack just to give you sort of a couple to try. And I'll tell you this. Don't think that we're giving these jigs away because they don't work. We give these jigs away because we know once you try them, you will be back. These are some awesome working jigs, okay? And they put fish in the boat. Look at that. Look at that. And that's just on a plain head. Look at how good. Let me try to get this thing centered. Look how good that bait. Just imagine a pink head on that body. You know, look at that color. That's just these and what I really like. I have been having guys. Hey man, you tie a great hand tie. Why are you using plastics? I've always loved using plastics, but what I didn't like is getting pecked and your bait would end up halfway off of your hook and you run through 10 baits on a trip. That's not going to happen with these. When you order your baits, be sure to get with Steve and tell him, hey, give me some of the hooks that work right with that jig. And I guarantee you, this is what you'll be using. Because, you know, all those times you get that little brim peck and you got to bring your plastic up to see if it's still on your hook right, gets eliminated with this plastic and the hooks that he has. And that's without a barb. That's just a straight hook. And that jig holds on that hook really well. So
Yep.
we're gonna do this.
I'm coming out with a new thing. It's actually a keeper you can put on the bait, and you can use them with other baits that'll keep that bait on.
Right.
SK, I just got some, so we're gonna try some this weekend.
Awesome.
Um,
Awesome.
and you can reuse it, and it's pretty good. It's a pretty good. I'm in the jet engine field all my life,
Yeah.
and I use these things all the time, and I never thought of it. And one day I was just thinking, I was like, man, something I was using, just a smaller version, I can
Right.
adapt it to fishing. So
Right.
we're going to test them this weekend. We'll see how it does, and then I'm going to offer them. We'll do some on a giveaway, but they're pretty cool on a plastic. it'll keep your plastic from sliding off. Not 100%, but probably 80% of the time,
Yeah,
which it makes you fish more.
exactly.
No one wants to mess with their bait, changing baits while you're fishing. Tournament anglers, they don't want to touch their bait all day. And with my tough plastic, you can fish all day. You don't have to mess with your bait. 3 rods rig, that bait will last you all day.
Without a doubt. Okay, let's go ahead and we got 87 people still on. Let me get back to the comment. And we're gonna do this is a 10-pack with 5 of each color. So 87 people. So pick numbers in between 1 and 87. Go ahead and enter your numbers. Yeah, man, I'm so looking forward to this weekend, man. It is
Oh yeah,
unreal.
it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be a
I
lot of fun.
installed power poles, got them on, got my drift paddles on. Yeah, for all you guys, I installed power poles on my boat today. I installed the blades, 8-footers. I got them. I got the black ones, and I installed drift paddles on my boat today. So the next video, limits tackle video, you're gonna see, yep, the blades on it with paddles. So yep, we're gonna probably film 3 episodes this weekend. So look forward to doing that with some good footage.
Wow, some numbers really close. Really close. I probably ought to limit this, do a time limit on these, on picking numbers. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I haven't seen the exact. Oh, wait a minute. I see the exact. All right, let's go ahead and hit stop. I see the exact. All right, now let me go up and make sure that that's the first exact. Y'all, if y'all want to help that number, I know for sure I've seen it. 43. Georgia Bill, I see with 43. Let me make sure that there's nobody else above that. It was the first one that I seen. $44. I mean, it was really close. I think I seen a 42. Yeah, I don't see anybody above that. All right. So this is the first one that I see. So again, put this banner up there. SK's Crappie Catching Adventures at gmail.com. Okay. Send me a email and we'll get you confirmed and get you some awesome working jigs. Now this pack right here has a little bit different. I didn't put one of these on a hook, but where's the camera? Right there. That's a split tail. Awesome working baits. It also comes with the blue jig that I had on the. This is a 10-pack also. We're gonna do this real quick, and 88 people in. Let me go ahead and write a number down. Get back to the comments. Man, them numbers even after I push stop, they were still crazy numbers up there. Okay, so we got 88. All right, let's go ahead and start from 1 to 87. Now 1 to 87. Go ahead and enter your numbers. Yeah, I've been trying to think of what colors to tie on. I think I'm just gonna wait until I get to that lake to see what the water looks like.
You're gonna bring a tie hand
I
tying kit with
wasn't.
you?
No, I wasn't because I'd have to pack up too much.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, really close. Somebody's really close.
I got about 200,000 baits in my boat, so if that
Yeah,
ain't gonna work,
we won't be in need, I don't think.
that's why it weighs so much. The boat.
Right. Oh, you got enough. You got enough horsepower back there to push it,
Oh
though.
yeah,
Man, it's so fun in that boat. I love it.
yeah. Them drift paddles. I'm excited to try it. All the guys I've talked to said it's a game changer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. From some of the videos that I've seen, man,
Yep,
it's a
yep,
giant help.
yep. Slows you down half the speed.
Right.
You don't overshoot your target a lot of times.
Yeah. I'm looking, y'all. All right, all right. We're gonna let me put a stop right here. Nobody that I seen got the number. We're gonna hit stop right there, and I'm gonna scroll up and get the closest to, but under, because I don't want to be on here. We're already over an hour, and I just don't want to go too far. Anyway, here's the number. Let me get, if anybody want to help. 44 is the number. I did not see a 44 exact, but I did see, here's a 43. I'm not for sure if it's the first one. I just know that I seen. Uh-oh. We got a 44. I don't know how I did. And look, Red River Rob. He had the 43 and the 44. Ain't that
Oh
something?
wow.
This dude here, he's going to have a box that going to be so stacked with baits. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got another one. I don't know how those got past me. Uh-oh. Got another one. How did all of these 44s get past me? All right, we're still rolling up top.
They're quick.
Man, let me tell you. Well, that's it.
I got a
Okay.
question. Anyone ever use rabbit zonkers? There was a guy on my live, and he ties them. I finally got him in. I was just wondering if anyone ever ties any jigs with rabbit zonkers. You ever done it, SK?
I haven't. I've
Yeah.
looked at some, but I've never got into them.
Hey, LD, just send me a text 972-217-5444.
Camel Joe says he used Zonkers.
Oh, okay. Hey, Camel Joe, what do you think about them, man? Hey, send me a message on Facebook. We can discuss it. I bought a bunch of different colors. You know what I mean? I want to stop playing with it. They say the crappie love them, and if they do, you're gonna see them on. We'll tie some and do some giveaways with them.
Yeah. Awesome. Do we have any bluegill fishermen in here? Bluegill, red ear? Anybody fish for bluegill and red ear? Also, last week, I can't show you the tail on these because you'll see straight through them. I said I wasn't going to show them. I'm not going to show them really well now. This is one of the first, Steve, I know you've seen these before because I know I told you the story.
Yeah.
But this is one of the first jigs I started tying. And let me tell you, it's been an awesome jig that I've sort of kept to myself. And if you watch the videos, I don't talk, me and Bluegill will talk about old school gray a lot. But I've never really just pulled it out and say, hey, this is old school gray. But you'll see me take the jig out of the fishes. I don't hide it, but I've just never featured it. And I'm still not going to feature this jig right now on this live, but somebody's going to win a 4-pack of them. So we got a lot of bluegill and red ear fishermen here, and I can't show you the head on this jig. Man, I'm gonna have a $50 PO bill by the time I get through tonight. But this is one of the jigs that I did really well on last year. Again, I can't show you the head because it has green in it. You won't be able to see it anyway. We're gonna do a giveaway on that after we do this. old school gray giveaway. All right, so are you guys all right with me doing these numbers like this? We're not taking too long while we're waiting on the number to pop up. Are y'all okay with that? I mean, throw me
Yeah,
some
I think it's pretty
feedback.
quick.
I think so too, but
Yeah, it's
I just
pretty
want
quick.
to involve everybody. I mean, if anybody got a better way that they feel I could do this,
Yeah.
I'd be more than willing to listen to it. This guy right here, me and this guy has worked together for, we don't work together right now, but we put in a good 15, 17 years working together. And I got to get with him because he got two boys, and I got him taken care of, Steve. And we were supposed to hook up this weekend, but man, I just got so busy. And I'm gonna get him taken care of. Keep those boys out there on that water. But man, I really do appreciate you spending time. Hopefully, you got Ryan and Robert there watching, and tell them I'm gonna get them out there on that waters first chance I get. Man, get them boys hooked up
Yeah,
on
they
some
like
crappie.
fishing.
Oh, especially Robert.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's. I hadn't fished well. I hadn't seen him in a while actually. But Robert's been telling me, hey man, he's got this. Especially Robert, he's been buying him a few different rod and reels, and
Oh,
he
cool.
fished a little creek by their house.
Okay.
But yeah, he had him out on the lake this weekend. All right, y'all, we got 82 people in. And this is going to be on the old school gray that I'm not going to show everybody, but somebody's going to get a chance to win these. We have 82 people here. So let me write down a number. So go ahead and put your numbers in 1 through 82. Oh, really close right out of the door. Really close. Man, I was so happy to hear that he was taking them out there this weekend. I know it was really windy, and I knew it was going to be pretty tough. But the area he was going to go in, you could easily, well, not easily, but you could somewhat get out of the wind. All right,
Okay.
guys, I see an exact. I see an exact. I'm gonna type in stop right there, and let me see if I can see if this is the very first one that I seen that was exact. Oh man, where'd it go? I typed in. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is the first one that I seen. Let me go on up top. And by the way, let me hold the number up there. Make sure that I'm fair with everybody. There's a 13
Yep.
right there. And I'm going to scroll up above him to make sure I didn't miss one. Well, as of right now, Albert, you're looking really good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Got one farther up. Getting close to the top. Getting close to the top. Uh-oh. Ace 225. You are the winner. Ace 225. And again, that's my email down there. Go ahead and send me an email, and we'll get you confirmed and get these jigs on the way to you. And now we're going to do real quick. And these are, let me tell you, add a crappie nibble to those in a little cart, and you find those bedding areas. I can't show the head on it, Steve, but it's a really hot jig
Yeah.
for those red ear and bluegill.
Yeah. What
So
bluegill? What size head and hook you use?
it's a 32nd ounce head on a number 6 hook.
Okay.
Works really well.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks big, but I just like with the crappie, I try to find those big bluegills.
Right.
But they hold those nibbles pretty good. I mean, you add nibble to it, them things are fire.
Yeah.
Those red ear and bluegill love them. And I play with the head colors more than I play with the body colors on that particular one. So this is going to be for the bluegill jigs. Okay, that I can't show you the head on. Well, I can do it like this. You can see straight through the head. So we have 79 people in here. And I'm going to write a number down. Okay, got my number written down. Go ahead and put your numbers up 1 through 78.
Thanks, LG, man. Appreciate the support, man. If you ever need anything, just let me know.
Oh, wow.
Yep, good stuff.
Yeah, without a doubt. All right, we go ahead and stop with the numbers. And this guy that won this thing, let me tell you, I got a pack of jigs that he won. I'm willing to bet a year and a half ago, and I've been holding them ransom. I've been holding them ransom because I want to. Well, that was pre-COVID also, and I wanted to fish with this guy, and we just never did get together. And I still got that pack of jigs right now. Okay, let me make sure that I'm on the right guy. Super Dave, you're not the one that I got another pack of jigs for you. But I think there was somebody. Yeah, somebody beat you out right there. There's somebody else that I seen the very first one. Look at here. Ace got it again too.
Man.
I'm gonna have to lay off that 78. Oh wow. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Right here. This guy right here, Vito. Let me tell you. Uh-oh. Well, I still got that pack of jigs for you, buddy, but somebody beat you to the 78. But anyway, send me an email again because I don't think I wrote down your address. And I'm gonna go ahead and get that pack of baits to you. They still look good. So I was looking at them. It's been about a month ago. I looked at those jigs. Like, man, them jigs, they still look good. I wanted to take a couple of them out of there. I said, no, I can't touch them. But go ahead and send me your address again, and I'll go and get that pack to you. I mean, with this COVID stuff, I won't even put you through it right now. But I wasn't gonna give them to you before that COVID. You wasn't gonna get them jigs until you got on my boat or I was on your boat. But I'll go ahead and get them sent to you. This guy right here, Georgia Bill, beat you out by a couple. Let me make sure nobody else. Yeah, that's it. So Georgia Bill is the winner of the panfish.
Georgia.
Of the panfish jigs. Awesome. What's going on, Dale? All right. What else we got? We own over an hour, y'all. Hey, I really do appreciate you guys. Steve, you got anything else you wanna throw on here?
Yeah, you can't give all the giveaways. Let me do one.
Oh man,
let's make these guys good, man. Let's give these guys some baits.
The giveaways that I'm doing is because of you.
Yeah, but I want to do a couple.
Okay.
What we're gonna do is let's do something for our veterans.
Awesome.
Let's do one veteran and one first responder. The only rule is you can't, if you've won in the last few weeks, let's give someone else a try. Yeah, let's do whoever posts veteran and they're the first veteran, I'll give them some baits. And then first responder, all they have to do is type first responder. And SK, just look at the comments and the first veteran and first responder. I'm going to send some free baits to them.
Okay. Now, also, Redney, I'm not sure if you pronounce your name Rodney or Redney. I will watch this. It may not be tomorrow, but if I did skip over you, I will try my best to contact you. If not, I'll mention it if I see you on another live. This isn't perfect, and I'm gonna tell you, these numbers are flying up so fast that it's really hard for me to see.
You know what I'm gonna do? Hey Rodney, hey, send me a message and you'll get some baits mailed out tonight. And that's how we do it, man. You know, just message me on Limits Tackle and I'll send them out tonight. I'll send you out some baits, man. because it's hard to tell. I watch the scrolling too, and it's hard.
It's very hard.
It's very hard. So there we go. There's a veteran I seen pop up.
Yeah, let me make sure it's the first one.
All right. Either you can email SK, he'll forward me the information, or just come to Limits Tackle and say you won the veteran post. And if I see it within the next hour, it goes in the mail tonight. If it's after the next hour, then it'll go in the morning after I leave the lake.
Red River Rob, I need a favor, buddy. I need you to let this guy next to you win. Because I'm gonna take care of you regardless when I see you on the lake. You can just dig in my box and get what you want, man. Let's let Robert Johnson. Let's let Robert Johnson win this one.
All right. Congrats, Robert. Thanks for your service, man. Appreciate
Without a doubt. Red River, I'll take care of you anyway. But give these guys some slack, man. You too quick over there on that typing.
Yeah, Robert, either message me or send an email to SK and we'll make sure you get your baits. And first responder, we still waiting? There we go.
This is the first one that I've seen.
Yep, right there.
Yep, this is the first responder that I've seen.
Bertha, right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, Bertha, just either send me a message or SK an email, Limits Tackle or SK, and we'll make sure you get some free stuff. And what I'm gonna do is every live we do is gonna be at least one veteran and one first responder is gonna get some baits from me. So,
all right, Albert, which number you feel you entered first? I think you won one, didn't you? I think he did. I'm gonna double check all of them anyway.
Okay, just let me know, SK.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for coming through, LD.
Thank LD. Yeah, I got a couple texts already, but I tried it. If I go to my text, then I get knocked off of this. So.
Right.
Anyone that texts me since I've been live, as soon as I get off here, I'll reply in messages. I seen a couple flash on the screen saying, "Hey, here's my address. I'm ready to use your baits." So it's good stuff, man.
I could swear I did, Albert. I did not write it down. I'm depending on the emails. So, but I will check into it and try to get in contact with. If I don't get in contact with you, I will hit you up on the next live. And I'll be trying to do these lives weekly since I can't post a vid.
Right.
That nobody on here knows that. Number again. I'm not for sure who.
What are you talking about, Brittany?
Red. Hey, if you can, do you have access to an email? If you do, send me an email and we'll get you straightened out.
Yeah.
His Facebook page is Limits Tackle.
Just do a search. Like it. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pop on my live one day. We're gonna do some giveaways, and if you like the page, you're eligible. Just doesn't take nothing to like it and follow it and stuff. And
did you know that, Steve?
What?
That's what SK stand for.
Oh, okay. All right.
It goes back to my bow hunting days. That goes deep.
Cool.
Man, so many people know me as SK. It is unreal.
Yeah, I don't have a YouTube. I have a YouTube, but it isn't nothing, I just have a couple of funny. Let me tell you guys a story. I was in the Brazos River, maybe either last year or the year before, and we were just killing the crappie. And this one gentleman and his son was next to us. And he was like, "Man, how are you guys catching these crappie? Can you help me?" I said, "Live scope." He's like, "Oh, that's that thing I heard of." So he asked if he could jump in my boat and look at me catch one. So he jumps in my boat. His son puts him next to it, jumps in the boat. We catch about 3 or 4 in about 5-10 minutes, Then he's ready to get in his boat. So his son trolls next to my boat. As soon as he put 1 foot into his boat, his son moved his boat away, and the guy
Wow.
actually fell in the water. He had his life jacket on, auto reflate, but it didn't go off. Yeah, his automatic life jacket didn't go off. So we had to pull him out of the water, and everything was on my GoPro. So that's probably the funniest video on my YouTube channel. And we're trying to pull this guy out the water so he don't drown, the only thing I say is, "Hey, watch my rod, please." And the funniest thing about it is I gave him a handful of baits before he fell in the water. Well, guess what? He never let any of them baits go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give that video to SK, and he's going to post it like one day on here, and you guys will get a chuckle. And the guy's real cool. I was down there a couple weeks later and saw the guy again, and he introduced himself as, "Hey, I'm the guy that fell in the lake." But real good gentleman, his son. I gave him a bunch of baits, and they actually started catching fish after. You know what I mean? So it's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time.
You got somebody want to know what your PB crappie is?
2.94.
Might as well call that a 3-pounder.
Yeah,
that's a 3-pounder, buddy.
I have to hit that 3-pointer. I'm going to do it. It's going to take time, you know.
Hey, I'm hoping for a couple of them this weekend.
Yeah. I'm going to do it. It's just a matter of time.
No doubt. Hey, Steve, I need to show you some pictures of that old smoker I built. I think that's the smoker that he's talking about. When I finished building it, I stood up in it, and I was gap leg and had my arms spread out off on the inside of it. Yeah, it's a really big. I could smoke a whole deer at one go. Yeah, it's a big boy. Hey, I guarantee you I'm coming.
Oh, Poverty
I just
Point.
can't. Yeah, I can't say it right now.
Yeah. I was just talking to a friend today about Poverty Point. Yeah. And he said, "Man, big fish."
We're going to for sure try it, Dave.
Yeah, we're going to try it.
Oh, man. We're about to roll out of here in a little bit. We did 7 or 8 giveaways, Steve.
Right.
Man.
Hey, can we do one where we're going to be? We can do a Facebook Live. So you guys look out. It's going to be a giveaway on Limits Tackle. We're going to do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Big fish of the day, and there'll be a prize. And we might even throw some other stuff in there.
Yeah, y'all be sure to go over there and like his page. I'm gonna tell you, if you're not on Facebook, or if you are on Facebook and not subscribed to Steve's page, you're missing out on some good giveaways. I'm telling you. And hey, this guy on the weekends, if he hit a lake, he's gonna do a live with a giveaway. So y'all be sure to go over there and subscribe to his channel over there. 4 crappie close to 4 in Santee Cooper in 76. You know, I've heard stories even on Lake Houston of guys catching, and they went home to get eaten. You know.
Oh yeah. Hey Harold, how's it going, man? Thanks for the support.
I can't believe this, man. It's 10:30.
Okay,
yeah, I would bet we could come over here and do a 1 a.m. Crappie fishing show and probably have people in here.
Yep.
In here
love
with
talking
us, man.
Crappie, man.
Love talking that crappie,
addiction.
man.
Yep.
It is big time.
And they taste good.
Yeah.
Hey, SK, I got a question. I'm gonna bring a deep fryer.
Uh-oh.
You know that.
Uh-oh. You know what? I need to check and see if I got some of my specialty seasoning here.
Uh-oh.
And hey, if we get some crappie, we're gonna have to fry some up.
Oh yeah. Yep.
SK, I'll be in your area this year. Great seeing you, Steve. Awesome.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Albert. Yeah, come up to Dallas, Fort Worth, man. We'll have to go catch some slabs.
Yeah. The Facebook page is Limits Tackle.
Yep, Limits Tackle on Facebook.
Yes, we will show the weight.
Yep. And what I do is when we catch a big fish throughout the day, I'll even show it to you. I'll throw it against something in the boat. I'm not going to tell you the size, but you can figure out what size it is. We just won't give you the weight. So we'll give you all the clues like a mystery, but we, you know, and then once we get the weight, we'll pick a winner. You know what I mean? And then we'll show you the fish. So just to make it fair.
Sunfish Assassin, I tell you what, I won't argue that because I'll take either one. I'll take, hey, if they're both in the pan, I can close my eyes and grab one and have a big old smile on my face when I bite into it. I guarantee you that. Awesome, awesome.
That's good. Good support. Yep.
Yeah, even though I have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I still usually stay up till 11:30, 12 o'clock.
Right.
I do have a cast iron up here. I'm not sure. You got a deep fryer you taking, Steve?
Yeah. Just electric.
Okay. Yeah. I won't have a burn up there. I tell you what, that cast iron does them good.
Oh yeah. I actually have a gas propane portable burner, so we can actually bring a pan and cast iron. I don't know if it should get hot. It's the butane, you know what I mean? Them butane single stoves. Because when I do my wings, I'll do wings wherever, and that's how I'll heat my my teriyaki for my wings.
Yeah. I was actually
a question on Tawakoni. I just missed it.
Yeah, that one. Say fish. That's it. Tawakoni. When I come to Dallas, Lake Fairfield.
Oh, that's where some big old shell crackers are at.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. I was actually on Conroe a few weeks ago. A few weekends ago. Hey, I'm telling you, that lake just consistently put out some fish. Those old blacks, some jokers. I'm telling you, 1.5 inches, 2 inches thick on that lake. I haven't gotten close to. I've caught a few over 2 pounds, but to me, I have a better chance of a 3-pounder on Lake Houston. So that's where I've been at here lately. I still haven't mounted that first 3-pounder because I want to do a two fish mount, 3-pound fish mount. So I know I can get that one done and just add one to it.
Thanks, Albert.
Yeah. I got plenty. I have plenty, but I don't know if I have any up here.
Oh, okay. You make your own seasoning?
No, we use Saint Amad's, and it's best to get it out of Louisiana. Hey, Robert, what town is that stuff is made in over there? Wow, 3:30.
Oh man, yeah, that's early. I get up at like 4:15 every day.
Yeah. Television pilot say fishes Arlington and Eagle Mountain.
Yep, Eagle Mountain has some good crappie. Try around them boat slips. A lot of crappie been caught. Just any dark area on them boat slips all over Eagle Mountain. What was the other lake? Arlington, real good crappie.
Yeah.
A lot of brush piles, probably 1,000 brush piles on that lake. Just use your side scan and find them.
Right.
Yep.
I actually put in at 8:30 my last trip and ran north. And I guess I should say fished my way north. Well, Steve, I don't know about you, but I got hit in the morning, and we still got 66 people on here.
Oh man, that's good, man. These guys are great.
All the seasoning comes from. Hey, that's about right.
Yep.
They got the good stuff.
You know what I want to try in Louisiana? Some cracklins. They say they're real good in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anyone has any good places to get some cracklins, I want to try some. Anything off I-20.
Yeah.
So send me a message on Limits Tackle if you know where to get some good cracklins. I wonder if we can pick up some good shrimp that way. Come back.
I'm willing to bet. Yeah. Well, I don't know about that far. Well, I ain't.
Yeah, it's kind of north. I probably.
Yeah. I'm willing to bet you still can get them fresher over there than.
What about boudin? Anyone I-20 Louisiana know where I can get some good boudin? I love some boudin.
If I can ever get back in the woods, man, I tell you, I got a recipe for some venison boudin.
Oh
Hey,
wow,
yeah, it's pretty good.
that's good stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, hey, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of stuff over there, and a lot of stuff over there on the south end of Conroe. But you almost have to have a fish finder to find it.
Oh, where's that
What's
best
the
stop for
best?
boudin?
Yeah, I'm
Dale,
trying to
hey,
see if
tell us the place again.
yeah, I'm trying to see if I can see his comment, but I don't see it. All right, Dave, man, I really do appreciate you coming through, buddy.
I'll get some for you.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, boudin's good stuff. And I think about 5 years ago, 5, 6 years, the first time I ever had it, and I'm like, man, it's good.
Yeah. Slap Buster, I took a skunk home with me this past weekend. Believe it or not, hey man, y'all just don't know how much I'm enjoying telling people that, because I feel that I've really discouraged some people by catching crappie every time. I'm talking about 7 years straight. I every trip I've taken, I put fish in the boat. But this weekend, I took a skunk home. Had fun doing it.
Yeah. But you caught other fish, just no crappie.
Right, right. Yep. I still call that a skunk, man. I'm
Yeah.
targeting crappie out there. I don't want
Yeah.
no blue cat, no yellow bass.
I have boudin here in Texas from Lafayette. It's called Billy's Boudin. Oh man, hey, write that down, SK. Hey,
Okay.
shoot SK an email, Red River Rob, about that boudin, and then we'll get in contact with you. Yeah, that's some good stuff right there.
Yeah.
And I'll
Uh
support
oh.
you, man. I'll tell all my buddies.
Check this out. There you go.
Oh man, yep. Yeah, I'll do some what you barden. Yeah, I'll trade you some jigs and for
Yeah.
some boudin. Let's do it.
That's Bertha. Yeah. The name of it is Best Stop.
Okay, best stop. I'll have to
Okay.
look it up. Yeah, write that down, SK. We'll have to check that on
Okay.
the road.
Yeah.
Best stop.
Yeah, well, I agree. Some good stuff over there. They know how to fix it up.
Yeah. Thanks, Romero.
Yeah,
Good
no doubt.
stuff, man.
Glad you enjoy. Hey, I tell you what, this has been a passion of mine for a while.
Lafayette.
Lucis Bayou. You know, I talk to some guys up here and tell them, man, hey, Lucis Bayou used to be the place almost year round to go get on some good crappie on lake. I'm like, you fishing in a bayou? But it's more of a creek. It's just the name of it. You know, it's not. It don't
Yeah.
have concrete floor or anything like that. It's really a creek. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Man, we have to bring up some more topics now. We can
Exactly.
barter for a lot of stuff.
I'm waiting on these comments to stop, but I'm looking for a good time to close this thing out because I'm ready to lay it down. What's up, Grouper Hunter, buddy? Good seeing you, man. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, good stuff, man.
Oh, you have some? Okay. Okay.
Yep, I already got the messages for the giveaways. I'm gonna pack them up tonight.
Yeah. This year's also reach out to you. No. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, when you come to Texas, look us up.
Yeah. Without a doubt, it is. Okay. If I see you out there, I'll definitely holler at you. Okay. Okay. I'll look it up, see if I can't find it. Hey, but I'm trying to tell you. Hey, did I talk to you while I was out there? Didn't I, Steve? I think I told you.
Yep, yep,
Hey, it was real. 25,
yep,
30-mile-an-hour winds. The water was chocolate milk. Hey, it was a bad situation this weekend for me
yep.
down there. All right, y'all. I'm trying to get caught up on these comments because I don't want anybody to feel that I left them out addressing something. Steve Facebook site. I would like to order some lures, especially a tadpole. I would
Yeah,
also
just go
like
to
to see.
Limits Tackle and look in photos and
Yeah.
all, and their samples. I make any color you want, but that'll get you in the right direction. Look in photos on the plastics, and you'll see a bunch of plastic colors. Or just scroll in the feed. You know, tad fries, tadpoles have been. I even do these frogs, and they've been taken off. You know, I do these platinum frogs. You can look at the picture. Um, yep. Bertha just sent me a message. First responder winner. I'm gonna mail that out tonight.
All right, y'all. I hate to end it, but hey, 5 o'clock gonna be here before you know it, and I really stayed up way past my bedtime last night tying jigs for our trip this coming weekend. So me and Steve is gonna close this deal out, and I think this is about my longest live that I've done so far. I've only did what I think 3 so far, but yeah, I'll tell you what, that wind can make it really tough, Joe.
Oh yeah.
It can make it tough. You know, I mostly fish open water. So,
All right.
all right, Larry. Hey, guys, I really do appreciate y'all joining us. Steve, awesome that you could come on, man. I
Yeah, no
really
problem,
appreciate
man. I
it.
love to support the sport.
Right, right. Y'all be sure to check Steve out over there on this Facebook page because, like I say, you know, you'll be missing out on some great giveaways, and also you can contact him on getting making your purchases on some
Yeah.
awesome plastics.
Yeah.
And
Best
don't forget,
prices, you know.
best price, without
Yep.
a doubt. Just because the price is lower, and I tried to get this in on our last live, but just because his price is lower than everybody's, I guarantee you, once you get those baits on a hook, you'll see that the quality is awesome,
Yep. Exactly.
without a doubt. But I appreciate everybody that's came on tonight. We're gonna get out of here. And I look forward to seeing y'all over there on Facebook on Steve's page this weekend. Hopefully, we'll be holding up a couple of big old 3 pounders.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
my goal.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yep.
shooting for.
Exactly. They're
Yeah,
there. We just got to find them.
yeah. Got to find them
Yep. Yep.
without a doubt. All right, guys. I'm gonna close this deal out. We'll catch y'all this weekend over on Steve Page. If not, then we'll see you back here next Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Later, guys.
Yep. Take care, guys. Thanks for the support. Take care, SK.
Yes, sir. You do the same.